Okay, thank you so much. This is Combined Science Online lesson number 1, O level Combined Science. And in this lesson, I'm going to explain to you the 3 subjects that make up Combined Science. You should understand our syllabus. That our syllabus is made up of 3 subjects, which are biology, chemistry, and physics. These are the 3 subjects that make up Combined Science. Combined Science is made up of 3 subjects: biology, chemistry, and physics. And also, we are going to start with the biology section of Combined Science. When we finish the biology section, we are going to move to to chemistry section. When we finish the chemistry section, we are going to move to the physics section of Combined Science. So this is Combined Science syllabus. It is made up of these 3 subjects that are combined together. And on our biology section, these are the topics that we are going to follow. The topics that we are going to follow, we are going to start with the topic of cells and levels of organization. In this topic of cells and levels of organization, we are going to look at what we call cells, cell specialization, the concept of ecosystems, and also we're going to look at the concept of biodiversity and nitrogen and or carbon cycle. All these concepts are going to cover them in this first topic. From there, we're going to move on to the topic of nutrition in plants, where we are going to be looking at the topic of photosynthesis. We are going to look at the process of photosynthesis, equation for photosynthesis, inputs and outputs of photosynthesis, testing for starch on the leaf, experiments to show that carbon dioxide is important for photosynthesis, experiment to show that oxygen is a product of photosynthesis. All these concepts, we are going to cover them on this topic of plant nutrition. From there, we are going to move to human nutrition, where we are going to be looking at the digestive system and the human digestive system, the alimentary canal, movement of food in the alimentary canal. We are going to look at absorption in the human digestive system. We are also going to look at the balanced diet, components of a balanced diet, malnutritional diseases. All these, we are going to look at them under the concept of human nutrition, which is topic number 3. From there, we are going to move on to respiration and respiratory system, where we are going to look at what we call cellular respiration, equation for cellular respiration, the Krebs cycle. We are going to look at the respiratory system, the parts of the respiratory system and their functions, gaseous exchange in the alveoli. This is what we are going to look at. From there, we are going to look at topic number 5, which is transport in plants. In this topic of transport in plants, we are going to look at we're going to look at the root structure, the stem structure, processes involved in transport, osmosis, diffusion, and active transport, all these concepts. And we're going to move on to transport in humans, where we're going to be looking at the heart, the blood capillaries, the heart, the heart. We're going to look at the blood vessels. We're going to look at blood itself. All these 3 components. What is the heart? The parts of the heart. Blood vessels, arteries, veins, and capillaries. Blood, components of blood. Red blood cells, white blood cells, blood plasma, platelets, all those concepts under transport in humans. From there, we'll move to transport in plants. In this topic of transport in plants, we are going to look at what? We are going to look at reproduction in plants, In this topic of reproduction in plants, we are going to look at the sexual reproduction in plants, the flower, pollination, fertilization. We are going to look at vegetative reproduction, the concept of tubers, rhizomes, cuttings, all those concepts. And from reproduction in plants, we're going to move to reproduction in humans, where we're going to look at the male reproductive system, the female reproductive system. We're going to look at contraceptive methods, the menstrual cycle. These are the concepts that we're going to look at. From there, the last topic health and diseases. We're going to look at different diseases like bilharzia, which is schistosomiasis. We're going to look at diseases like cholera. We're going to look at diseases like sexually transmitted diseases. We're going to look at HIV and AIDS. We're going to look at COVID-19, all those diseases, their causes and their symptoms. So this is our biology syllabus. This is what we're going to be looking at. In this lesson number 1, I just wanted to open up and show you some of the concepts that we're going to be looking at. So without wasting time, I'm just going to have a recap of ZJC concepts of cells. ZJC concepts of cells, whereby we are going to define a cell. What is a cell? On our notes, you are going to see that on cells, what are cells? Cells are basic building blocks of all living things. All living things, they are made up of cells. You are going to see that we have got 2 types of cells. We have got plant cells and animal cells. We have got plant cells and animal cells. So this is a plant cell, and this is a plant cell, and the other one is the animal cell. A plant cell, you've got the following parts. We have got different parts that are found on a cell. A plant cell, we've got the cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, chloroplast, vacuole, cell shape. I guess you are able to draw. This is ZJC stuff. It's just a recap. And in animal cell, you've got cell membrane, you've got cytoplasm, nucleus, all these parts. And you should be able to study the functions of the parts of or functions of parts of the cell. Well, you should be able to explain them, functions of parts of the cell. I guess we are together. You are going to see that the nucleus, the function of the nucleus, it controls all activities of the cell, and it also contains genetic information. The function of cytoplasm, it holds other parts of the cell in position, and also it contains important materials needed for cell survival. I guess we are together there. We also have the cell membrane, which control movement of substances into and out of the cell. We also have the cell wall, which is only found in plant cell, and it gives the shape to the cell, and it prevents it from bursting when it is full of water. We also have the vacuole, which contains cell shape, which provides the cell with water and other important substances. We also have chloroplasts, which are found in plant cells, which contain chlorophyll, which traps sunlight during photosynthesis. So this is the plant cell and the animal cell. The plant cell and the animal cell. You should be able to explain the function of the plant cell, as well as you should be able to draw a plant cell and animal cell and explain the functions of the parts of the plant cell and animal cell, as this is part of ZJC stuff. So in our next lesson, we're going to start a new concept, which is the concept of cell specialization, which is in our O-level or C concepts, or when we are following our syllabus. So in our next lesson, lesson number 2, we are going to be looking at cell specialization. I guess we are together.